Let's talk about some of the geographical things you can find from Google Analytics. And again, when I say Google Analytics, the web trends, the Omniture, Adobe Marketing Clouds of the world all will offer this same functionality. We like analytics for a couple of reasons. It's free. It has a very user-friendly interface. It can be fairly powerful and you can get a lot of information out of it, and it's free. If you sign up for a Omniture Adobe Marketing Cloud license, you're talking $1,000 a month to get kind of the basic enterprise level license. And it goes north from there. Now, with that enterprise level license, you get a client services team that can take a lot of the figuring out off your shoulders and do it themselves, and they can make it really optimized and hum quickly. But you get what you pay for. Google Analytics, you'll do a lot of this yourself. There's a lot of really great resources out there, but the free version doesn't have a client service team. So let's talk about geographical. Yes. Yeah, excellent question. So Google Analytics does have a premium version with a client services team, and a couple of the big differences you'll see with the premium versions of both Analytics and Omniture is real-time data. Google Analytics is about 20% real-time data out of the gate. So you can go and you can look at your website and look at some real-time functions and get about 20% of your total visits. If you're paying for it, they up that to around 80 to 90%. Google Analytics, the free version, also does some extrapolation off of data sets. So you'll run a report and it says this report is based off 88% of your entire visits. When you're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars a month to drive traffic to a website, you don't want to settle for 88%. You want to go for as close to 100% of your total visits as you can. So that's where having a paid version is going to help you out. They actually will dedicate more computer space to analyzing the data captured from your website. And the free version of Analytics does some extrapolation. The premium version cuts down on the extrapolation and makes up for it with additional processing time and additional memory. Now, it comes with a price, but you also have a client services team who can help you out, and it can be really incredibly useful. And if I was running a site like at Amazon.com, where a difference of 2 or 0.3% of my traffic can make or break a day, I'm going to want that premium version. And that's one of the places Omniture / Adobe Marketing Cloud really rocks, is they were developed as an e-commerce solution. And because of that, they have some standing reports and some client services approaches that can really get you out of the gate fast. And they're worth it if you're running a really big major site. But most of us aren't. Most of us are running a site that gets, if we're lucky, 30,000 visitors a month. And at that point, unless you're paying for all 30,000, you can probably get away with the free version, customize it as you want yourself, and get really good actionable data. Okay, so let's talk about geographic elements of a website and how analytics and the other offerings can work on it. This is a map of the lovely Garden State, New Jersey. And we were working with a family law practice out of New Jersey. Now, they were only licensed to practice law in New Jersey. So that's where they wanted to spend most of their efforts. They weren't afraid to have some of their traffic come in from other parts of the tri-state area, New York, Connecticut, because it was completely conceivable somebody could be working there and living in New Jersey. Parts of New Jersey are actually really beautiful. It gets a bad rap. We had 2 offices, and you can see it here with the 2 big green dots there. And we wanted to drive traffic to those offices. It was a local-based business. It wasn't an online business per se. It was a website that wanted to drive feet to the door. And so we were able to look on a city-by-city basis, and we can also look at not just cities, but metropolitan areas. So the DMA MSA for the Bay Area is the San Jose, San Francisco MSA, and that's Metropolitan Statistical Area. It's a default that fits right in there, and Google will look at every town from, I think it's Roanoke Park in the north to Monterey in the south, and Tracy in the east, and consider it part of the San Jose, San Francisco MSA. So that's what the metro area is here. But in this particular case, we were looking for a much more focused area, and we were saying, okay, here's all our traffic coming in. We could see different bounce rates depending on where they were, and we could actually look at different sources of traffic. So we ran an ad in a newspaper. Old school newspaper ads. We all remember them. They used to be really powerful. They still are in certain respects. We ran an ad in a newspaper, and we were able to see a significant bump in traffic from areas where that newspaper was delivered for the course of about 2.5 weeks. That paid for the $2,000 it cost to run that print ad. And we were able to take an offline source of traffic, i.e. good old-fashioned newsprint, get the black ink on your fingers newsprint as you read it, and tie it to traffic driven to our website. And it doesn't have to be, it can be anything. Just if you can put a geographical modifier on it and say, this fell in this geographic region, you can start to kind of understand how effective it would be.